why should you dress up? It takes a lot of time. You have to figure out what clothes to wear, what shoes to wear, maybe add some accessories. But it is extremely important, and I'm going to tell you why. Now, I know this channel is mainly for men, obviously, but this advice, and this is just a good practice for everybody, including women. If anything, I would even suggest it more to women. But let's talk about men. Let's talk about us. We are, and by the way, before that, if you are new to my channel, and if you're interested in basically staying up to date on how to be fashionable, how to get better at dating, how to get better at relationships, and a lot of other things to just kind of maximize the lifestyle that you're living and really figure out what it is for yourself. Click on that subscribe button down there so you don't miss anything. I'm going to be doing these live streams pretty much every day with different topics, and of course a live chat, which I like a lot. All right, so you know, why is it important? You know, people a lot of times say, well, you know, I'm just going to a grocery store, I'm just going to the game, and I'm just, you know, or, you know, I'm going to work, and there's like no, you know, let's separate the people who, you know, your friends, your family, and your coworkers and your friends. I already said friends, right? But, you know, people who you already know, and a lot of times it feels like, well, why do I need to, you know, show off? Why do I need to look good for them? They know what I look like. The thing is, they actually do, but I think it's overall impression. I think it's overall daily effort that you put into your appearance. And I know it is very, you know, skin deep when people are saying, well, you know, doesn't really matter what you look like. It's about how good of an employee you are, how good of a person you are. You know, it is, but at the same time, appearance also means a lot to people who don't know you. And even people who do know, by the way, a lot of times your friends don't really know you 100% or very, very well. A lot of times it is your appearance that tells them, hey, this guy, you know, no matter where we go, no matter what happens, he's always clean, he always smells nice. You know, maybe when there's time to recommend him for a job, and even though I'm his friend, I'm not obligated to recommend him for a job because I have my skin on the line too. And even though he's my friend, he may not be a good fit for the position. And then those people start thinking more for, you know, like, hey, this guy is a potential candidate for a job. But here are these characteristics besides his professional ones. And you know, a lot of times appearance does matter, because even how you show up to the interview, at least your friends can guarantee, saying, listen, this guy's going to show up to an interview and he's going to impress. And even if my boss doesn't hire him, at least I will look good bringing somebody in who is legit. Now, this and so this is kind of a bottom line for everybody, to be just pleasant and give as good of an impression to your friends and family. But if you are single, this now matters a lot, actually, because, and even when you go out, as a matter of fact, I'm going to say, especially when you go out doing something that you don't think really matters, where women are looking. A lot of guys say, well, you know, I'm just going to go out. That's where I'm going to, you know, like to a club or to a lounge, to a concert, to some event or a birthday party. That's where I'm going to dress up. That's where I'm going to look impressive. But the thing is, when guys go out to where they think they're going to be able to meet girls, well, guess what? There are a lot of other guys who go out and dress up, and girls actually build either a wall, or they have a lot of other choices, and it's kind of the toughest time and place to be able to meet a girl or two. Where if you're out and about in the places where a lot of people think they shouldn't be dressing up, like going to a store, going to get your gas, and I don't know why I even mentioned that, I drive electric cars, but you know, charge your car, go to get something to eat really quick. You know, those are the places where if you meet somebody, if you meet a girl that you like, there is no competition really. She doesn't have her guard up, and the music is not blasting in your ear, or other people talking to her, so you're able to actually have a very much a quality lead, as I call them, right? You get a quality lead, and it's easier to approach, it's easier to have a conversation, and it's easier to get a phone number. Now, I'm going to have another video pretty soon about how to approach women with pretty much 0% of rejection. Not because you're not going to get rejected, that's ridiculous. Anybody who tells you that they're going to get you there is lying. But how to make the situation so that there is really no chance for her to reject you from anything. By the time you're asking her for a phone number, you kind of already know the answer, and it's usually yes. So we're going to talk about it some other time, but for now, and so this is where it's important to dress up. You can be out and about, maybe shopping, and if you dress nice, you're already standing out of the entire place, no matter how many people are there, right? You know, you will be noticed. And I always say there's no such thing as being overdressed. The word overdressed does not even exist to me. I don't care where I'm at. I can be in a hockey locker room. I can be, I play hockey, by the way. It's not like I wander around in men's hockey locker rooms. You can be anywhere you want to be, and the least people expect you to dress up, the better impression you give, and more you stand out from everybody else. A lot of times you'll get compliments. I mean, I was dressed up. I mean, it's really hot here in Sacramento, but I was dressed nicely, and I wore one of my probably better bracelets, and I got a compliment right there from a stranger, really. So I'm telling you guys, every single thing counts. You can wear a watch, you can wear a bracelet, you can wear, like today I wore my red shoes, so I definitely stood out there because my outfit was, you know, something very different. And that's another topic that I wanted to explore is, you know, a lot of guys are worried, you know, how do you approach a girl even online dating websites, or just anywhere, at the grocery store, at the club. And my advice is going to be, and again, we're going to explore this in a different video, is that make sure that she noticed you already before you even get there. Make sure that you know that she noticed you. And the best way to do it is visually, right? And not all of us look like models, right? Most of us do not. So the only other way to distinguish yourself is by wearing certain clothes, wearing something that's daring, right? A lot of girls would say, hey, like for example, I have very bright pink sneakers that I go out in, and I get a lot of attention there because what it says is like, hey, that's pretty daring. This guy's wearing these bright pink slippers. He must be very confident because he's also put together very well. That alone, I literally am the brightest spot in the room in more ways than one, but even visually, right? A lot of times where you wear something daring, it definitely, again, anything that's unique about you, you know, it's like running a business. Being being noticed by women, it's like being noticed by customers when you're running a small business or any business. You need to have a unique value proposition, and it's very narrow pool that you have to work with as far as what can be noticed about you when they just literally give you a 2-3 second look, right? And it has to be visual. Now, some guys are into looking interesting, right? So for example, you know, wearing a hat or a beard, which is actually very fashionable now. A girl would notice you because you're just different, maybe not better looking or more daring looking, but interesting, and some guys are into it. Some girls are into it. Obviously, tattoos are really popular. I really don't like tattoos myself, but I know on a guy it's very popular too, because that is something that women notice. Now that almost all guys have tattoos, especially around here in Sacramento, as I noticed, it doesn't really, you know, stand out as much. But when it was just kind of starting out, it was kind of a cool bad boy thing. That was definitely an advantage as well. And that was kind of a part of dressing up, right? By the way, when I'm saying dressing up, I don't mean like tie and a suit. I mean dressing above average in terms of how noticeable you are. By the way, and it's very simple. Like, here's a sports jacket, and I'm literally wearing it on the t-shirt. I'm gonna take it off. I'm gonna roller skate right now. I'm gonna go roller skating in this t-shirt, so it's gonna be very casual. But right now I'm wearing my jacket, and it looks pretty damn good, especially in color. Yeah, try it out. Try it out and try different outfits and try it out in different situations. You will notice that you will get nothing but attention, which is always good. You will get compliments, you will get comments, even your friends and family obviously will notice that, and it feels great, right? Because by the way, whenever you wear something good and you know you look good and you know people will notice you, that already gives you this confidence, and nothing looks better on a man than confidence. I mean, Anybody out there who teaches success, right, or dating or whatever, they will tell you that number one thing, and with jobs and in professional life, one thing that you can have is confidence, and that looks the best on every single man. And when you look great, when you know you look great, when you know you look noticeable, and you feel good about it, oh my God, that is where you get this confidence. And really, that's what a lot of times stands out about yourself. Many times when I do approach women, and later on when we just kind of already kind of became either friends or move on into a relationship, and I go back and I say, well, what is it that you noticed about me? And a lot of times it would be, hey, I thought I noticed that you looked sharp or fashionable or European, or you wore this piece that I thought was like, very daring, and I thought you were a very confident guy, and that's what attracted me to you. A lot of times you ask women what attracted them to a guy, very rarely they will say, oh yeah, he had a six-pack, or he was just so hot. A lot of times they will say it's confidence when it comes down to a reality of it, and this is why it's important to have it by looking good and feeling good about it. Okay, so just to summarize, this could be something that you can do in the next few days. Put something on that you normally don't, or something that you put on maybe on more of a special occasion, and just put it on when you go out and to get something to eat for lunch. Wear maybe a watch that is nice, or any type of, if you don't wear bracelets, I strongly recommend you can order them anywhere on Amazon. You can get them for $5 to $10, and they're really good. Like the ones that I have is this, I should have probably brought it, my bracelet that basically is kind of a red skulls all around. Very subtle, but it's red, so it stands out. Oh my God, I get so many compliments on that. It's not even crazy. Today, that's what the compliment that I got, and I bought it in Mexico for 50 cents. Right? It doesn't have to be anything very expensive. It could just be something very unique and something that stands out. So yeah, wear one of those pieces. Get yourself one of those pieces. A lot of times I wear socks that are very unusual, and people notice that. Or again, shoes that are unusual color. I like red. I mean, don't be super red, right? Just kind of a nice, cool, subtle red, but that still kind of stands out. Stuff like that. Just really, if it's time where it's when it's a little bit colder, you can wear a nice jacket. You can wear scarves. Scarves also look really good on men. Women absolutely love that. It's very European. It's very fashionable. You might get confused for a gay guy once in a while, but hey, that's not a bad thing, because that's certainly not going to repel women at all. So yeah, and definitely own it. Definitely own it. Definitely walk around like you're the hottest thing from the sliced bread. Is that even a saying? I'm probably screwing it up. Anyway, all right. Well, so that's, if anything, I just want to communicate that you should dress up every day, every time you go out, and you will see the difference. You will feel the difference. I pretty much guarantee you that. If you have any questions, definitely post it in the comment section. I will make sure to answer all the comments now that I've revamping this channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Other than that, peace.